Welcome to today's video. I'm actually filming on a totally different camera, so don't know what it's going to look like. It looks like it might be better actually. Wow, I look rough. So I've just woken up and I'm going to film my everyday makeup tutorial for you guys. So actually most of the time I don't wear any makeup day to day, but this is just like my quick, easy, what I'd put on if I was just like going out with my boyfriend for the day, or you know what I mean, like you just want to feel nice but not fully beat is what we're going to say. So yeah, currently I have absolutely nothing on my face apart from this moisturiser from Soap and Glory, which is amazing. It was in one of my favourites as my lifesaver because it's just really good. I have very sensitive skin, and since the weather's been cooler I've had very dry skin, and this is actually for dry dehydrated skin, but it doesn't irritate me. Most thicker moisturisers irritate my skin like crazy, so I've used that, but I also used this once that had dried. This is my like go-to, has been my moisturiser since I was like 14. It's the Simple Light Hydrating Face Moisturiser, and yeah, this has been my go-to forever and ever. It's only that I got that Soap and Glory one in a like gift set at Christmas time, but I actually have used both today because my skin is just that dry. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell, I look really like, I don't know, like the colours have gone for me in the viewfinder, but my butterfly rash from my Lupus has been particularly bad recently. I'm not really sure why. I saw a dermatologist. I'll go into this more in a Lupus update soon, but I saw a dermatologist and she basically said like you need to still be wearing sun cream even though it's winter, like because that's your life now. And so I thought it was because I wasn't being vigilant enough with sun cream, but then since then I have been, so I don't really know. But like, I don't know if you can tell, but like here and here is really red and sore. It feels like sunburn. That's the only way I can describe it to people that have never experienced it. I also still have some marks left from some hormonal spots that I get all around my mouth and chin, which I get like every month, which is not fair. But yeah, let's just get started. So I never used to use this, but I do now. I've become a convert. It's the Benefit Professional Primer. I just find that my makeup goes on nicer, and because back when I was having to wear makeup every single day for work, I would not have worn this because I know it's not great for your pores and stuff. But now I don't wear makeup that often, so now I use this whenever I wear makeup really, unless I forget. I just find that the makeup applies in better and looks nicer, looks smoother. So yeah, let's get started. Also, if I look tired, it's literally because I am. I'm getting no sleep at the moment. I don't know why. My sleep disorder stuff is like wreaking havoc on my life, but on the 28th I'm going to a special sleep clinic, so that'll also be in my Lupus update video, so watch that. Anyway, let's get started. Let's put this on. I just use my hands. Is that how everyone puts primer on? I don't know. That's how much I use. Drop the lid. I rub it between my fingers and then I just go in. I don't know if you noticed, but I actually put it first in the places that I feel my makeup comes off or goes grotty first. So like here where my rash is, my nose, my forehead, you know, basically your T-zone. But just rub that all in. I love the feel of it on my skin. Is that weird? Also, this is my first ever makeup tutorial like this where I'm like talking to you guys as I'm doing it, so it's weird. It's nice, but it's weird. I'm having to like think through everything that I'm doing. Right, so that's our primer done. So I explained this in my autumn makeup tutorial, but basically because of all the skin problems I've been having with my rash and with the dryness, I have not worn foundation. Like, I have the Clinique Stay Matte Oil-Free foundation. That's what I've used for years, but my skin will just not have any of it recently. Like, even it just, not even just the way it feels horrible on my skin. It really irritates my butterfly rash, but it also just looks horrible. Like, it just doesn't sit nice on my skin, and at the moment I don't have the money to justify buying a whole new foundation. So I've been trying this out and it's been working for me, so I'm sticking with it. So it might be weird, but yeah, I'm not using foundation. I'm using concealer and like a powder instead of a liquid foundation. Normally I do like concealer, foundation, and then like powder to set it. We're just not doing any foundation because my skin does not want it on my face. So yeah, it's near Christmas. Who's got the money, right, for new foundations? Let's see what Santa brings me. So also to do with my concealers, I went into this briefly in that video too, but this is my like all-time favourite, is that upside down? Yes. My all-time favourite concealer. It is the, hey, waiting for my camera to focus. Come on, baby. There we go. It's the Soap and Glory Trick and Treatment concealer. I think it only comes in one colour, which is not great. Like, that's really bad actually, that they only do, I swear they only do one colour. But again, I got this through in a gift set years ago, and then it's been my favourite concealer ever since, and I've tried more expensive ones, cheaper ones, everything in between, and I don't like any of them as much as I like this, but it is sold out everywhere and has been for ages. So I've literally kept this for my makeup videos to show you guys, because that's how much I love it. But as a substitute, I've been using the Rimmel Wake Me Up concealer. I just hear a lot of good things about it, to be honest, and usually I used to always use my beauty blender wet, but recently I've been too lazy to go and wet it, so I've been using it dry, and to be honest, I've not really noticed much difference. So yeah, let's just get started. So I will be using more concealer than the average person probably, because this is essentially my foundation at the moment. It's weird, but this is what I've been doing. This is real life, so get rid of all the hormones. Goodbye. Goodbye. Since I was a teenager, I've suffered with like hormonal spots on my chin and around my mouth. You know, at that time of month. Normally like when I'm due one, and then when I'm on, and then afterwards they go. But my skin, particularly since I've been unwell, has taken longer than normal to recover. So it can still, like, actually none of these, that's actually a rash on my chin, and then none of these are actually spots. They're not raised anymore, but they're like marks from spots, you know, because it's just not healing very well. If you have any recommendations for that, any products I can use that for like good for sensitive skin, but that can help me fade some of these marks on my skin, please let me know, because I would love that. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't wear makeup when my rash is bad, but I don't care. Sometimes you just need to put on some makeup and feel a bit better about yourself. Not that you should need makeup to feel good about yourself, and the fact that I don't wear makeup most days proves that I don't need it, but and no one needs it. But the rash being on my face is a constant reminder of the fact that I'm unwell, and so sometimes, regardless of whether it's what's good for me, I like to hide it and pretend I'm not unwell. Oh, that's what I was going to say about my like hormonal spots as well. The whole time I was on the contraceptive pill, that problem kind of went away and it was very nice. But I've not been on the contraceptive pill for a few years now. 2 years? 2 years or 3 years? Somewhere in between that timeline. Yeah, I came off of it. Just through my own choice. I was having so many health problems and was on so much medication that I just said, you know what, this is not necessary for me at this moment in time, you know. So I didn't realise how hard it was to talk and do your makeup at the same time. Anyway, I stopped. I just took myself off of it. I didn't want to be on it anymore, and it took me so long for my body to recover, like over a year for my body to recover from that and actually like get back into a normal menstrual cycle. So that's just crazy that can happen. I don't think they tell you about that when you go on the pill, which is bad really, but since I've been off of it around that time of month, I just break out. So fun times. There you go, that's my skin just with the concealer on. I'm really not happy about how my under eyes look today. Reflective of how much sleep I've not had. You know what, thinking about it as I've just said that about my under eyes, I think most of my self-conscious moments or days where I don't feel great about my appearance are actually down to my illness nowadays. Like, because as I'm looking in the viewfinder, I can see that I'm not well, like, and I'm not well. I've not been great again. I was doing so well, like the best I've been in 2 years maybe, and then I have taken a few steps backwards, just, you know, having a bit of a flare up, I guess. That's just the nature of lupus, but doesn't make it any easier when it happens. And I think, yeah, seeing, maybe I look fine to people that don't like know me and aren't me, but for me, I can see, particularly in my eyes, that I'm unwell. And I think that's why it bothers me more than, like, I think if I looked this way and I felt fine, I probably wouldn't care. But looking at my face, I'm like, I look so ill. So yeah, ramblings. Anyway, so now we've done that, I'm going to use my powder. This I've had for longer than I care to admit. It's the L'Oreal Paris True Match Minerals. I've actually been making a really conscious effort to go cruelty free with my makeup, which a lot of the stuff now I've replaced for stuff that is cruelty free, but this I've had for so long, and again it's money, so once I use this I probably won't buy it again. I'll probably try and find something that I like as much that is cruelty free, because L'Oreal, I swear L'Oreal is one of the worst brands, isn't it, for that kind of thing. But yeah, this is in the colour, I always just say it's the palest one, Golden Ivory, which is weird because I swear I'm pinky toned more than I am yellowy, and this is golden. Maybe they didn't have, like, you know, I bought this so long ago I can't even remember. But I use the brush that comes with it for this first part and just cover my whole face with it. Do. Now I'm looking in the viewfinder, it don't look any different, but it does in real life. But yeah, there you have it. That's my face with the powder on. Next, I always do my eyebrows. I first of all use Benefit's Gimme Brow. This is not going to focus, is it? What if I go out of the frame? There it is. Just looks like this. And I'm just gonna fill out my brows with it. And now it won't focus on my face. I have the Canon G5X, that's what I'm currently filming on. Is there something wrong with my autofocus? Because should it be taking this long? Please let me know, because I swear it shouldn't be taking this long, and I'd rather contact them if there's actually something wrong with my camera, like, because it wasn't cheap. Come on. Like, what is happening? Here we go, right. That's all right. Most of the, I think the biggest difference to my brows is actually what I do next with them, but this has got to dry first, so we'll wait. So then I use my Arch de Triomphe from Soap and Glory, and my nails are really chipped, sorry guys. You know what, I actually only painted them a couple of days ago, but this nail polish is just trash. And the dark side, and I just go over my brows. I just feel like I have more control with this than the Gimme Brow, but the Gimme Brow is definitely better for filling out my brows. Ta-da! And then I use the white side next and just tidy up the underneath, because I do have stray hairs, because I don't touch my brows, I never have. I may seem high maintenance, but I'm actually quite low maintenance as a person. And when I was younger and everyone was getting really into plucking their brows or threading their brows and whatever, I saw it as just another thing that I'd end up having to do for the rest of my life. Like with shaving my legs, I look crazy at this point, I know. With shaving my legs, my mum was always like, delay it as long as you can before you feel like you really need to do it, because it's something you're going to have to do forever once you start. Like, you won't ever want to, you just become like addicted to it, and you'll want to keep doing it, and you won't want to grow it back or whatever. Obviously some people do, and that's fine, but she was just like, that's what happened with me, that's what happened with Nan. Nan told me the same, but I didn't listen, and then that's what happened to me. And I found that, you know, I was like, no, I'm ready, I don't want hairy legs anymore. And I started shaving my legs, and I was like, well, this is a lot. And then when all my friends were doing their brows, I was like, nope, I'm not getting drawn into that. I don't want to, like, I just thought, what's wrong with my brows? I don't care, I'm just gonna leave them alone, and they'll just have to be what they are. And every time I go into places that do brows, they're like, oh, do you want us to touch up your brows? And I'm like, nope. Leave my brows alone. I don't want anything done to them. I don't want to get sucked into that. Right, next, what I love to do is stop my eyes from watering, because they are. Fun fact, I don't want to feel like I'm just moaning this entire video, but I also have a sinus infection. Fun times. So my eyes do keep watering, and my nose hurts, and my voice, I think, sounds weird. Everyone else doesn't seem to notice it, but I feel like it sounds weird. Anyway, I've got this little Clinique eyeshadow palette, which I adore, and it looks like this inside. Hi. I've got my Spectrum brushes, and this is the B06 brush. It's just very fluffy, and I'm using this colour here. That's just like a nudie colour, but I just think it makes my eyes look brighter and nicer. I never ever used to wear like any makeup. Fun fact, if I was just doing everyday makeup up until, like, my entire life up until about 2 or 3 years ago, I would literally just put mascara on, and then I'd put foundation just where I had any spots, and that was it. And that's all. And sometimes, if I was going on a night out, I'd add an eyeliner flick, and that was it. and a red lip. I love a red lip. But that was like the basis. And then when I got ill and my self-esteem took a hit because like I literally, everything about my periods changed. My hair was falling out, I was covered in a rash, I doubled in size, I couldn't do anything I used to do. Makeup became something that I could do at home in the comfort of my own home with my music on. I could just have fun with it, do what I wanted, take my time. Because also actually doing makeup for a person with lupus like mine, everyone that has lupus has it differently, but for me it can actually be quite strenuous because all the like lifting your arm and holding it here and stuff, depends how bad my joints are, but it can be quite difficult. So makeup just became something that I found really fun to do at home, and that's where my love for it started. And I bought this little Benefit, looks a bit grey now, eyeshadow palette. Just literally that was all I bought, and had all the rest of my old makeup, and I just played around and I loved it, and I think I've got better than I was. But it wasn't until I got my Spectrum brushes that I've become obsessed with wearing eyeshadow, like even on a day-to-day basis, even if it's just like a nudie, like you can barely tell the difference. You know, it's just a bit of shimmer and a bit of colour. But I just love doing it because having decent brushes, I think, is more important than the eyeshadow itself. That's what I've found, and makes it more joyful. I used to always do my makeup and do my eyeshadow and think, why does my eyeshadow not look like this famous YouTuber that I'm watching do their eyeshadow? And I honestly think the utensils make a bigger difference than the actual makeup. That's just my opinion, but and you don't have to spend a fortune either. I think it's actually about the shapes of the brush, the size of the brush, how you hold the brush, the materials used as well. Like, this is so soft. These are actually vegan, cruelty free, which I love, but they're so soft. And yeah, now I just love doing it, so that's why I love this colour, and I do it on my everyday makeup, even though I never used to. The eyeshadow, cute, cute, cute. Still consider myself a beginner with makeup as well, by the way. You might be watching this and going, yeah, duh, I can see you're a beginner. But I really do. Like, I don't know what I'm doing still. Eyeshadow I find the hardest. I've got my base how I like it. I've got my eyeliner I've always been really good at. I don't know why. Eyeshadow I find really hard. I find it really hard to make it look as good as it looks in pictures or in videos of these big YouTubers. I just do. I struggle. This is a weird thing that I do as well. So next I actually do my mascara, which is something that I did quite recently. I used to always do my eyeliner, which I think is the normal way to do it. People do their eyeliner and then they do their whole eye and then do their mascara last. But I actually find, I don't know if I have like a really hooded eye or if I have like a deep crease. Can you see what I mean? Like, you can see a big difference between like this lower part of my lid and this higher part when my eyes are open. And when I add mascara, that changes that look even more. So what I found is that if I do my mascara first and then do the eyeliner afterwards, I can actually get them to look more even than if I do my eyeliner first. Sometimes if I do my eyeliner first, it looks great now, and then when I add mascara, it just gets lost and looks a weird shape. And so just do what's best for your eye type, your eyelid type, your face shape. Do whatever you think looks best. This is what I think looks best on me. So the mascara I use is Benefit's, their real mascara. It's just black, and I really like this mascara. I've used it for a while now actually. I'm just going to coat my top and bottom lashes. lashes in the middle has been like broken off. Can you see that? See how like here's a long, it was like really long. Look at it missing. What's happened? You know, I genuinely would not be surprised if I found out my cats were like eating my eyelashes in the night. Particularly my kitten Cleo. Cleo is our little 4-5 month old-ish rescue kitten who we've recently started letting in our bedroom at night, and she has this obsession with sleeping, like this was last night, I'm trying to find the picture, sleeping on my head and licking / eating my hair and licking / eating my eyelashes. So I would not be at all surprised if I have eyelashes missing there because she's eating them in the night. And you'd probably say, why don't you wake up? But like look at this. She sleeps on my head. Bizarre, but yeah, I bet that's what that is with my eyelashes. I then use the No. 7 Beautiful Skin makeup wipes. People have become really against makeup wipes in like recent years, and I think I've always had pretty good skin in terms of I've never really suffered with acne. I just don't think I've had very many major issues. Obviously, like the lupus rash is a big deal, but that's literally caused by my illness. There's nothing I can do to change or better that. But people really hate makeup wipes. I've been using makeup wipes to take off my makeup my entire life. As soon as I started using makeup, I just find it easiest. And makeup remover in a bottle really offends my skin. I cannot believe these lashes, like what is happening? But yeah, people have become really against it. People are saying like it's just not good enough to take off your makeup, it doesn't take off your makeup properly, you should use something else, blah blah blah. But I have honestly never had a problem. It doesn't affect my skin. I don't know, I use makeup wipes, so there. The eyeliner that I use, that I'm going to do now, is Kat Von D's Tattoo eyeliner. This is my fave. I was always obsessed with the Benefit, I think it's called They're Real as well, isn't it, eyeliner. Until I got this, and then I realised how hard that one was to use. So I just go from the inside out. I normally go from the inside to midpoint, and then I go from my flick to midpoint. That's just what I think works best for me. I'm not going to be able to talk whilst I do this, so excuse me. I think my eyeliner is running out, which is devastating. Change my mind a lot about what kind of eyeliner I like. Really depends on the day. Today I just fancied like a little flick there. Cute. Let's do the other side. I'm not as happy with that flick, and also that is a lot thicker, isn't it? I always find my left eye harder. Does anyone else find that? They have one eye that they find harder than the other. Is that better? That's better, that's more even. You will never realise how much Karma hates me. But just as I said, I'm quite good at eyeliner. I make it uneven and all the rest of it, but there we go. What would I normally do next? I'd normally do blush. So this is Too Faced. I swear most people I know don't bother wearing any blush, and maybe it's because I'm so pale, but I've always loved blush. I love the way it looks on me, and this has been my favourite blush I've had in years, can I just say. Look at those colours. There we go. So pretty. And again, I'm using the A05 angled blush brush, and I just depends what mood I'm in. But sometimes I go for the more pink and sometimes I go for the more peach. Today I'm just going for it all, just all of it. And I do this creepy smiley face to find the apples on my cheeks. I think you can tell even when my face is relaxed, but I have big apples of my cheeks, which I've had since I was little. Like, if I could find a baby picture to insert here to show you how big the apples of my cheeks are, I will. But look at that. Big old apples. So yeah, let's do this. See, I do actually go upwards as well. I just think it looks more flattering on my face. I like quite a lot of blush. Maybe it's just because I like pink, but look how cute. I think I look so much healthier now than I did. Right, next I actually get the same brush I used for my eyeshadow and the same palette, but this white colour I've been using as a very subtle highlight. Because of all my skin problems that I've been having, all my highlighters that are highlighters just don't agree with my skin at the moment. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not replacing all of my makeup because my skin will probably settle down and be fine. But for now, I've been using this and I just like the way it looks. So I put it here. I just think that looks so cute. And then I do my nose very lightly, and here. Cute. And then I do like on top of my cheekbones. See, it's really subtle, but I just think it adds, and we can do under my eyebrows there. I just think it adds something, just something. What I do now, which again might be weird, but I've just always done it, is I get my powder again, but this time I get my biggest, fluffiest spectrum brush. This is the A01 brush. I put some powder on it and then I just go over my whole face again, just very lightly. I just think that just finishes it all off. It makes the blush and the highlight less harsh, and then we're going to do my lips. Sometimes I just would leave my eyes as they are, but I'm also incredibly obsessed with an inner corner highlight. I just adore it, and my favourite is from this Benefit palette, and it's this sparkly silver in the corner. I'm obsessed with the way it looks as an inner highlight. That was my eyeshadow palette that just fell, that I'm using as a mirror. Let's stand that back up. So sometimes I use my finger. Today I'm not feeling that, so I'm going to use this little brush, which is the Spectrum A15 brush, and just get some silver on there, and just let's do this, baby. I think makeup, and especially your like everyday go-to makeup, just really needs to be about what you like and what you think looks good on your face. I don't think anyone should have an opinion on what other people are doing with their faces or bodies. That's just the way I believe. But so it might be weird that I put silver on the inner corners of my eyes on everyday makeup, but that's just what I really like. And like I said, a lot of the time I don't bother, but today I've got a lot to do and I'm going to film a video for you guys, another video for you guys. So I just felt like having that little bit of extra pop in a highlight, so that's what I'm going to do. For lips, I would normally pick a lip that goes with the outfit I'm wearing. So that would totally depend, but because we are specifically doing an everyday makeup look, I'm going to do a nude lip. So I've got this Shape Up Primer Water Resistant Lip Contour Pencil, and I'm just going to line my lips. I never used to line my lips, and it's changed my world. I think it really, really makes a difference to the way that lipstick and lip products look on your mouth. So let's line my lips. I'm definitely not going to be able to talk whilst I do this. I can see on the viewfinder how subtle that is, but it just makes a difference to the finished look. I don't know why, it just does. And the lip colour I'm going to use is this tiny little Clinique chubby stick, which is adorable. B46 Curviest Caramel. As well as my dry skin, I've got very dry lips at the moment, so you can probably tell. Normally I would use a lip scrub and Vaseline, but I've run out of lip scrub, so that's the lip colour. I think that is so sweet and subtle, and I just love it. My everyday makeup tutorial. I will give you some shots, some beauty shots at the end of what the final product looks like. But yeah, that's it. This might have seemed, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but you've got to remember, when I'm doing it and I'm not like stopping to show you things and filming and chatting, this whole look normally only takes me 10 to 15 minutes. If that, like, it depends how much of a rush I'm in. If I really need to get it done in 5, I probably could. I do normally set my face with the NYX setting spray, the matte one I think it was, but I'm completely out. I've run out of everything, but I'm holding out until Christmas. Number 1, because I'm trying to spend my money on other people and not myself, and number 2, because I don't know what Santa might bring me, so I'm holding out. But yes, this is what my everyday makeup looks like. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. I'd love to have you here, and get ready for some beauty shots.